Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I want to wish you guys all a happy new year. It is 2017 and 2017 for a lot of people means so much things because a lot of people like to make New Year's resolutions and like to start completely over, and I must admit I am one of those people. When a new year comes, I dare to say it, it's a new me, or so I'd like to think, because I believe in starting fresh, starting things new, laying out a plan, and just kind of following through with those plans. I'm just that type of person naturally. So now that it's 2017, I just wanted to come on here and share with you guys some of my 2017 New Year's resolutions. So if you want to, see what some of my New Year's resolutions are, or if you want some examples of some New Year's resolutions that you can maybe set for yourself, then keep watching this video and I hope you guys like it. Alright, first of all, I just want to say I'm very hyped because I'm very excited to go into this new year, because I feel like 2017 is going to be a good year for me, not only for personal growth, but also for like career wise. Like, I'm very excited to see where work takes me this year. I'm very excited to see where my mind takes me this year. I'm just very excited for all of that stuff. They're all kind of scary at the same time, but I'm still very, very excited to go through it. So I'm just gonna quickly run down some of my New Year's resolutions, because I have a lot. Some of my New Year's resolutions, and just kind of talk you guys through, why I want to either work on some of those things or accomplish some of those things, and what I feel would help me, I guess, get to those things. And right here in front of me I have a sheet of paper. One has my 2016 New Year's resolutions and the other one has my 2017 New Year's resolutions. So last year in 2016, one of my biggest things that I really wanted to work on is I guess you can call it personal growth. I'm still going to be working on my personal growth this year as well, and I'll probably be working on that for a while. But last year was kind of like one of those difficult years because I was dealing with my anxiety and I wasn't really understanding it, and I was just dealing with a lot of ups and downs. So when the new year came, I wanted to make a New Year's resolution based around me trying to understand myself more and me trying to get to know myself. And it's basically kind of why I started my YouTube channel as well, because I wanted to put myself out there more and to share more of myself with other people, not only my family but my friends, but with other people that I would normally be scared to share my experiences with. And so on the top of my 2016 New Year's resolution list is actually be bold. Like, I wanted to really embrace who I was or who I think I wanted to be at the time. I wanted to put myself out there. So I'm like, I want to create one really big thing that ties in everything I wanted to, I guess, accomplish for 2016, and that really big thing was to be bold. I've always been the shy person, the reserved person, the person who kept everything in, and that didn't really help me because that led into my anxiety and my depression and not wanting to fail, and just overall getting panic attacks and crying and just not really understanding myself at all. So in 2016, I told myself, I want to understand myself more. I want to get to know myself more. I want to question myself more. And so I made the promise to myself, I'm going to be more bold in 2016, meaning a lot of things. Like on the list I want to talk to people more, be more engaging in conversation. I never really gave eye contact to people. Even sometimes now I have a difficult time giving eye contact. So I wanted to give more eye contact when I talk to people, be more engaged with them, listen to what they're saying. Whenever I would have conversations with people, I would always in my head try thinking of something to say after they're done instead of listening to what they're saying. So I would never focus on what they were talking about at all. I was just kind of preparing my answer in my head, and that never did anything to me, or that never did anything for me, because at the end of the day I wasn't listening, I wasn't understanding what they were saying, so I couldn't really give anything back. But I discovered if I actually listened to people, if I actually listened and taken the information that they're given to me, then I can give a proper response to that, because most of my answers are like, okay, yeah, that sounds cool, yeah, maybe you should do it. Nothing, there's nothing, there was no give for me. And you know, that all comes from a place of, you know, a little bit of my insecurity of, you know, giving my opinions and stuff like that. So I really wanted to work on just like being bold and being present and giving eye contact and stuff like that. Another thing that was on my 2016 New Year's resolution was I wanted to start a YouTube channel, and I did start a YouTube channel, so yay. Even when I made the list, I'm just like, girl, you're not gonna start a YouTube channel, put yourself on camera so people can see you, so people can judge you. You're not gonna do that. But because I had told myself I wanted to be more bold, I had just put down, start a YouTube channel, you know, I'm starting, you know, like I'm gonna be bold, I'm gonna be awesome. So I included starting a YouTube channel. And lo and behold, February of 2016 is when I started my YouTube channel, is when I uploaded my very first video, which was not that great, but I was very proud of myself, and I wasn't even sure if I was gonna upload the video, but I did upload the video, and it got a good number of views. It was not edited at all properly. I didn't even know how to edit back then, but I did it, so I was able to cross that off my list. Another thing that was on my list was graduate from college, and as you guys know, because I did a video on it, I did graduate from my executive office administration program in June of 2016. And at a time when I was writing this, I was like, you know, up in the air with like all of my feelings, and I wasn't even sure if I was gonna graduate, because at the time I was, you know, like I failed my first test and I was like devastated. So I wanted to put that on the list because, you know, it's gonna be something big, you know, graduating from college a second time with a second degree and stuff like that. So I just wanted to include that on the list because, you know, I have to try to celebrate even the big things and stuff like that. Another thing on my list that I wanted to do in 2016 is I wanted to donate. In the past, I have donated, you know, some stuff to like Goodwill or the Salvation Army and stuff like that. But in 2016, I wanted to do more donating, you know, go out of my way to donate a lot of my stuff. And that's kind of basically what I did. Like every now and then in my closet, I would kind of look through some clothes and decide what I wanted to give away. What I wanted to donate and stuff like that. So I'm very proud of myself with all the donating that I did last year. And I really, really like that feeling of, you know, donating and giving back, and not even just giving back to people to have recognition for it, but just giving back and knowing that that is gonna go to people who need it or kids who need it. You know what I mean? And that made me feel really, really good. Yeah, I wanted to do some donating in 2016, and I did that. I'm very, very happy because it made me feel really good. And I told myself that I want to donate things every single year to wherever I can, whether it's just dropping something in a box around the neighborhood, or, you know, actually going in somewhere and donating something. So I really want to always constantly just be donating and just, you know, giving back as much as I can. So apart from, you know, like being bold and being more comfortable with myself and getting to know myself more, I have some other things on my list that I want to quickly share with you guys. You know, they're little like fun New Year's resolution. I did want to exercise more, and I did. I exercised a little bit more, not a lot. But another thing that I wanted to do in 2016, I wanted to watch Star Wars. I have never seen Star Wars. I've seen Star Wars now, but I've never seen Star Wars before that. I've seen clips, I've seen people talk about it, you know, rave this and blah blah. Like, I know, you know, Darth Vader is freaking like Luke Skywalker's father. Like, I knew that, but I wanted to actually watch the movie because I've never seen the movie before and see what the hype was about, you know, like everyone talks about it all the time. So I wanted to see it. So in 2016, I made a resolution to see it, and I saw it. So I could check that off my list. How was it, you ask? I actually really, really like Star Wars. Since I've watched it, the whole thing, I think I've watched all of them now a total of 4 times, like each movie. I really, really enjoy the story. It was just so authentic. It was so different for its time. To me, at least, it was so different for its time, and it's something that can just translate to like all generations. Like, it was just a really, really good movie, and I really actually enjoyed it. I was pleasantly surprised. So those are some of my 2016 New Year's resolutions, and now I'm just gonna quickly share with you guys some of my 2017 New Year's resolution. So I wanted to continue with having a big overall picture for my New Year's resolutions. In 2016, my big overall New Year's resolution was to be bold, so I wanted to continue with that in 2017. So my 2017 big overall picture is to be brave. I wanted to have that to be my big picture New Year's resolution goal, or one of my things that I want to achieve in 2017, because I wanted to be more brave with the things that I thought and with the things that I say. In 2016, I was more establishing, being bold and putting myself out there and talking more and feeling that it's okay to give eye contact and give your opinion. Whereas now in 2017, I think I have a pretty good handle on that, and I've explored that a little bit more. So now in 2017, I want to be brave with all of that. I want to be brave with, when I put something out there, knowing that, it will be received from other people. My biggest thing was that I had a lot of trouble, expressing myself, and I still kind of have a little bit of trouble with that now. So I wanted to just be brave with the information that I was putting out there. So with that being said, I'm just going to share with you guys some of the things about being brave that I want to work on in 2017. All right, so one of the most important things that I really want to work on in 2017, and it's going to sound completely almost morbid in a way, believe it or not, but in 2017, I want to learn to love myself, all of me. Like, there are some parts of myself that I must be honest that I don't completely love. I do have my flaws, and everyone has their flaws, but I sometimes get into this mindset where I don't love myself, like, at all, like, completely. Like, I feel like I don't even need to belong on this earth. That's how I feel sometimes, if I must be completely honest. And I don't want to have those feelings, because when I have those feelings, it's hard to dig myself out of it. But when I feel good and when I feel, I guess, that I'm worth something, I love that feeling. I absolutely love that feeling. I don't want to feel that I don't belong here. And no one should feel that feeling at all. So in 2017, I really want to work on loving myself, and I really want to work on questioning myself. And if I sit down and I really, tackle those difficult questions like I've done in the past, I've always gotten the answer. So in 2017, I want to be brave with going out there and loving who I am, loving the person that I'm putting out there to show other people, believing in myself, believing that what I say is what I truly believe on the inside. I'm not going to say things for other people to like me or any of that stuff, because that's what I did before, and that did nothing for me. That got me absolutely nowhere in life or in my mind. But now I'm at a place where I want more out of life. So I need to constantly question myself and push myself into thinking these things. I've always been the person that wanted to do what I believed in. And sadly, that hasn't always been how I've been living my life. So now I want to live my life like that. Now I want to love myself enough to say, you know what? I deserve better. So I'm going to go out there and I'm going to get better. But at the end of the day, my mental state is what's important to me. So let's just move on from that topic, because it was kind of strong. On my New Year's resolution, I have another section, and I have some of my concrete, is what I call them. I have my concrete resolutions, and I'm just going to share with you guys some of them. Some of my concrete resolutions are, I want to start saving, believe it or not. Yes, I want to start saving in 2017. I'm not even gonna go too deep into it, but I want to start saving some money. I want to be more financially conscious with money. I'm very bad with money, and it took a long time for me to even own up to even saying that. Because me, I'm like, I'm pretty good with money. I don't always have a lot of money, but I'm pretty good with money. But now I actually ask myself, but girl, are you really good with money? Like let's think about that. Let's sit down and think about, are you really good with money? Because And I really had to ask myself those questions, and they were kind of uncomfortable because I'm like, no, I am good with money. I just never have enough of it. So this year I just want to become more financially conscious. I want to understand how money works a little bit more. I want to be more in tune with my finances. And it sounds like something that, like, you know, it's like, girl, aren't you 28? Shouldn't you like know how to do this already? Like, why are you slacking? Yes, I have been slacking on my financial obligations and trying to understand where my money goes and how much interest I'm being charged. Yes, I suck at all that stuff. So this year, I want to be more in tune with that. You know, like, I just finished school. I got, you know, student loans to pay off now. So now I want to be more in tune with that, knowing how much I have to spend a month and how much interest they're going to charge me and how long it's going to take me to pay that off. I want to know all of that now, and I want to be more, this is what's going to be coming out of my bank account every single month. So that should leave this much, and then this much I should be able to put into savings because now I want to save. I want to be like that this year when it comes to my finances. I want to be more in tune with it. You know, like I want to know what's in my bank account every month instead of just guessing, and when I swipe my card, you know, praying that there's money in it. Like, I'm done with that lifestyle. I just don't want it anymore. I just don't. So this year I want to work on that. Really want to work on that. So in terms of my health, this year I want to be more healthy. I want to eat more vegetables, eat more greens. You know, that's not a New Year's resolutions, but this year I do want to work on that. I want to make sure I eat a little bit better, you know, consume better things. I want better things to go into my body. This year, you know, more vegetables, more greens. I want to exercise more. And I also just want to figure out what works for me in terms of exercising, because a lot of people can say they want to exercise, but you got to figure out what works for you. So don't just be like, yeah, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to run on the treadmill, I'm going to do some lifts, you know, I'm going to jog every day at 7:30 in the morning or whatever. You could say all that, but you kind of need to also figure out what works for you, because I figured out what works for me isn't doing those like overly like sweaty workouts, like where I gotta push my body like like those don't do nothing for me. Those don't work for me, mainly because I got a little bit of asthma thing going on. So, you know, to be huffing and puffing and like out of breath and all that stuff all the time, like it just doesn't work for me. I feel like I get my energy from doing other workouts. So I recently started doing like at-home yoga and like saving some playlists on my YouTube channels and just kind of working off of those. And those work perfectly fine for me and I feel amazing, you know, whereas before I'm thinking, okay, I need a gym membership. I need to go to the gym 3 times a week. I need to do some crazy insanity like what I did last year. And don't get me wrong, insanity was amazing and it was good. You know, I felt the burn, you know, I felt like I started like being fit and like losing weight, but that didn't work for me because I didn't like the feeling of being constantly like out of breath and feeling like I'm gonna faint or pass out. I didn't like it. So I like the feeling of working out and knowing that it works for me. So I want to continue with that. So the last section in my New Year's resolution is attractions. So basically, I believe in attracting things in your life. So I have some things that I want to attract in my life in 2017. Some of the things are, I want to continue creating YouTube videos. And to me, I just feel like that means, you know, I want to be more attracted to the process of, you know, creating videos and being creative and learning, you know, new ways of editing and, you know, continuing down this journey of my YouTube channel. And I want that to still be attracted to me because in 2016, you know, I had just started my channel. I was excited. I want to keep that energy up. I want to keep, you know, creating videos and, you know, and just keep like, being excited about that whole process because I'm discovering now that I really enjoy making YouTube videos. I really just enjoy like sitting here talking to a camera, talking to like absolutely no one and making all this noise. Like that's really, really fun to me, and that's because I'm an introverted person at heart. So me doing this is fine. I feel like I can be like myself, you know, right here through the camera. So I like that, and I want to attract you know, more of my creativity and do a little bit of different things, and, you know, upgrade my editing equipment, upgrade my camera, you know, like I want to keep attracting those things into my YouTube life and just keep making videos because I absolutely love it and I absolutely enjoy it. But yeah, like I'm just excited to, you know, attract stuff like that into my life. I do want to reach a certain number of followers. I want to reach 200 subscribers on my channel. That is such a big number for me. And even when I was like writing it down, my hands were like shaking because, you know, the back of my mind, like, you know, my negative brain was just like, you know, you ain't gonna get 200 subscribers by the end of this year. But then the other side of my brain where, you know, I'm trying to be stronger is just like, yes, I can do that. You know why? Because I believe in myself. I can believe that I can do it, so I'm gonna do it. So I'm not gonna let you hold me back anymore. So then I wrote it down. So I want to reach 200 subscribers by the end of 2017, and I hope I get there. I hope I come close. If I don't fully get there, I hope I come close. And you know what, to be honest with you, whatever number I get, I will be completely happy with it, because at the end of the day, those numbers don't matter. They don't matter. What matters is the fact that I really like what I'm doing, and I'm going to continue doing it no matter what those numbers look like. So I'm very, very excited to see, you know, how my YouTube channel is going to change throughout this year. Okay, so the last thing that is on my New Year's resolution, well, the last thing I want to mention to you guys for my New Year's resolution is I want to attract more meaningful people into my life. Meaning, I want to, you know, have more conversations, have more diverse conversation with different people, and gain meaningful friendships with people. I want to make new friends this year. And that goes into the whole, you know, sharing myself more with others, and, you know, putting myself out there a little bit more, and just, you know, gaining those friendships with people, and just having that connection basically is what I'm trying to say. And just kind of going from there. I want to explore, you know, I want to explore more of like my friendships and my interactions with people, and trying to, you know, gauge what it is that I guess makes me a good friend, and what it is that would make what I would want in a friend. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it makes sense to me. You know what I mean? Because, you know, as you get older, you start to look at the friends you have, and you start to analyze them a little bit more. Not judging, analyzing them, and you just kind of, you know, think about it. Like, okay, do I want this person to continue to be in my life? Not for the reason like, okay, you're no good for me anymore, but really for where are we both going in our lives? Are we both bringing each other, you know, like happiness and a good amount of friendship? Are we both supporting each other? And that's what I want in a friend. And I know that I have not been the greatest friend when it comes to supporting and, you know, listening and, you know, talking and giving feedback and all that stuff. So this year, I really want to build on that, and I really want to work on creating those meaningful friendships with people or with others. And so yeah, like that doesn't mean I'm gonna go out on the street and be like, hey, let's be best friends, and then automatically we're gonna be best friends. No, I just want to, you know, with the friends I have, you know, be a little bit more open with them and talk to them a little bit more, be a little bit more engaged. And then on top of that, you know, meeting new people as well, and, you know, sharing my thoughts and my beliefs and my desires with them, and just, you know, not being scared to do it. But anyways, that is the end of my 2017 New Year's resolution video. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope it wasn't too long, and I know I always say that, but I'm gonna work on it. So this video is a two-parter. This is gonna be part 1, and then I'm actually gonna upload part 2 the week after next week. And that video is just gonna be on, you know, what I learned about myself in 2016. It's gonna be another personal talk through video, and I hope you guys, you know, will be on the lookout for that. Creating these videos are, you know, really, really dear to my heart, because one of my things is that I want to share more of myself with others. And, you know, creating videos like this help me because I'm putting myself out there, and I'm also sharing the information with you guys, or with, you know, other people that might be going through something like that, you know, knowing, so that they know that they're not alone and they're not doing this by themselves, and there are other people going through similar things. And it takes a while to kind of get your bearings into, I guess you can say, adulthood, and into figuring things out. But just knowing that you are not alone out there, and don't worry, you know, things will get better. You just have to hang in there and question yourself, question everyone, and things will be okay if you want it to be okay. Thank you guys so much for joining me today on this video. Leave a comment, let me know what are some of your New Year's resolutions that you want to, you know, accomplish this year. You know, are they more personal? Are they more financial? Are they more physical? Share with me in the comments and I will get back to you on that. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this amazing journey of my 2016 and 17 New Year's resolution, and I will see you guys on my next video. Be on the lookout for part 2. Okay.